Hi everyone, this is Christina from Capital City Beads, and I'm going to show you how to make a cup chain bracelet. We're going to be using a cord to wrap the cup chain around a piece of leather. For this project, you're going to need 2 feet of 1.5 millimeter leather cord, about 6 or 7 inches of cup chain depending on your desired length, a button with a shank on the back, and about 3 feet of cord. I'm using an Eslon cord. The first thing we're going to do is take our leather and fold it in half. That side with the little loop on it is going to get clipped up into my clipboard. I put a little piece of tape on there so I don't gouge my leather. Then I'm going to take the Eslon and slide it underneath both pieces of leather and find the center of that Eslon so I have equal parts on both sides. And we're going to just tie this in a knot to secure it and create that button loop up there. Then we're going to take it out and we're going to make sure our button loop is the correct size for our button. You're going to slide your button into that loop and make sure that your button can fit through the loop, but that the loop's not too big, that the button just is going to flop out and your bracelet will fall off. Once you can kind of scooch it around and you like that loop size, you can pull that real tight. We're going to lay one piece of the Eslon down with the leather and we're going to bind it with the other piece. I'm going to wrap it around the cord and the Eslon 6 times. Once you've got this bound, you're going to flip it around, clip it back in, and we're going to tie both pieces of Eslon together in one knot. So I just do a right over left type knot and pull tight. Once you've got that knot tied, you'll notice that the cord is laying on top of the leather. We want our cord to be coming out from underneath our leather before we can add our cup chain. So I cross that cord underneath the leather and cross it in the back. So now our cord is coming out from underneath the leather. At this point, you can loosely tape your leather down to the opposite end of the clipboard, just so that your leather is not kind of flopping around everywhere when you're trying to get the hang of this technique. So we're going to lay the cup chain on top of the leather and we're going to cross the Eslon cord over the cup chain in between the first 2 cups. Then you're going to take the Eslon and cross it underneath around the back of the leather and bring it back up and around to the top. These first couple are going to be kind of loose and annoying. Just be patient and adjust. Once you get that first one on there, then the rest are kind of a breeze. So once you've come back around, adjust it and make sure that your cord is crossed between the first and second cup. You then do the same exact thing around the second and third cup. So you're going to cross the cord over and then bring it back and cross it around the back. Bring it back up and around and cross it over the next one. And you're going to keep doing this, crossing around the back, crossing around the front. Be mindful that it's not starting to twist. You see how the leather can kind of like go to the side. You want to make sure that your leather is staying underneath the chain as you're binding it around so you don't get like a funky, twisty. Those are technical terms, funky, twisty situation. You are going to continue crossing from the front and the back until you've come all the way to the end of the bracelet. Once you've crossed around that last cup chain, you're going to bring your Eslon around to the back and we're going to tie it in a knot to secure that cord. Just one single knot will do. We are going to do a little binding here on the end, just like we did in the beginning. So you're going to lay one piece of the Eslon down with the leather cord and bind the other part around it 6 times. Once you've gone around 6 times, you're going to bring the Eslon together and tie it in a double knot. So right over left, pull really tight, and then do it one more time because we definitely don't want our Eslon coming undone. My knot kind of slipped around to the front. Doesn't really matter because my button's going to cover it anyways. To put the button on, I'm going to start with both pieces of Eslon. They're going to go through the button shank. And then I'm going to put one piece of the leather through that button shank. If you're using a thinner leather and both pieces go through that loop, cool, go for it. If not, just put one, pull it down, adjust it so that that button is facing outwards. And then we're gonna cross that other one over the side of the shank, and then we're gonna tie all of the cords, the leather and the Eslon, together in one big overhand knot. You can glue this knot if you'd like. I love a little glue. And then trim it off. Leave a little bit of a tail, but you'll trim off all that excess. That's it. Enjoy your bracelet. Have fun. You can find kits available at capitalcitybeads.com.